Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation, an emerging nation, even though we've been here over 5.5 years. We're putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come. We are now expanding our economy as well, so that should benefit all our citizens because they all hold our currency. And we know that because we give it to them free every month. Anybody can become a citizen, no fee, no obligation. Come along, register. We welcome you with open arms. Just bring with you a good, loving, sharing attitude. You'll fit in really well. We are also non-separatist in that we don't put people into groups based on what they look like, where they come from, what the gender is, or anything else. We simply see everybody as a human being, part of one big family, all linked together, all individually unique, all having something unique to offer our community, all of equal value to our community. We have a little affirmation in a moment that helps us with that ideology, and that'll come straight after our opening prayer, which we're going to have now. That's a very short prayer to help us find true happiness in life, not to be confused with pleasure. We're talking about ever new joy. You wake up full of the joys of spring every day. You go to bed still full of the joys of spring every day, no matter what's gone on throughout the day. It's a level calmness, a peace of mind, a wonderful joy that is within you that is there no matter what happens throughout the day. You'll still have times when you'll be elated and times when you'll be disappointed. But underneath it all, you'll have that joy for life. And that is a wonderful thing to possess. And the only way you can get it is through loving service to other people. The great thing about being of loving service to other people is not only do you get that inner joy yourself, that wonderful peace and calm, but you're helping other people to get that for yourself. And it also attracts into your life everything else that you want and need. So that's what our little prayer's about. We'll have that now, followed by that affirmation. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service, attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And our little affirmation. We're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Okay, on with the show, as they say. Welcome. Whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recordings, we are streaming live into Facebook group We Share Abundance Publicly, X, and YouTube. And the recordings are all available in those locations now, except that we've not finished yet today, but people can pick it up and join in at that time. Right, now then. What else? Yeah, whether you're watching live or whether you are watching the recordings, you're equally welcome, you're equally valued, you're equally loved. A lot of people just can't make 7 p.m. London time. It's difficult for me sometimes. Okay, we have an advantage when we are here live because we can put in who we are and where we're from. I'm Graham and I'm from the UK, Cornwall, but we have our members. They can put in the comments, they can interact with one another, and of course they can ask any questions that I'll do my best to answer for them. Okay, so let's have a look who we do have in here live right now. And I know top of the pops today, we've got Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal. And then we've got Richard from Devon in England, not too far away from me. Be nice to get together sometime. And then we have Mary from Chicago, USA, a little bit further from me, a few thousand miles, but near a lot of our other members. We have also Kingsley from Manchester in England, and that's where I come from originally, up that way. We've got Gary from St Albans in England. We have Norman from Doncaster in England. A lot of people from England. We've got Bozina from Edinburgh in Scotland. And we've got Eric in from Quebec in Canada. And Don from Vancouver Island in Canada. They're nearly as far apart as I am from the States. It's a big country, Canada. Right. So welcome to you anyway, and let's get started. We do have some numbers for the last 48 hours. We have an increase of 16 in the 777 plan to 45,992. An increase of 26 in our registered members in We Share Abundance to 56,272. An increase of 33 in our active member count to 3,401. We're down 1 in the Success Blueprint to 15. People are realizing that if they're not building a business, there's no purpose in being in there. We have an increase of 1 in our Easy Team Builder to 1,214. We have an increase of 6 in the Best Plan Ever to 1,322. No change in the pro members of the Sharehope Powerline Plan, 787. Up 16 net in Thinking into Reality registered free members to 1,930. We have an increase of 16 in our bronze members to 1,688. And our social media site up 927 to 38,139. Total registered members, but active member count up 299 to 16,612. And today is Tchaikovsky. It is the 18th of the 12th, the 1812 overture. 1812. Okay. So those are our numbers for the last 48 hours. We will be here again in 48 hours time, and you'll get numbers again for the next 48 hours then. We have a couple more people that have joined us. We have another Canadian, Doug Atkinson from Alberta. And then we've got Ron from Amsterdam in Holland, David from Nigeria, Plateau State, and Ramachandra from Watford in England, saying it's loud and clear. Thank you. So what's been going on today? Well, we're still struggling a little bit with Fun Miracles. We've had to go back to the original developers. We just can't get it sorted out ourselves. We've tried, we've done what we can, and we've had to call in a bit of extra help from outside. So hopefully that'll be sorted out in the next day or so, so that we can get those live again, those paid games live again. What's happening is it's not correctly recording the people that participate in the games. So we're not getting the games filled up as quickly as they should be, and we've got some games that didn't even complete, just sort of cut adrift with 9 people in. So it has to be put right. But meanwhile, we've also been working on 1 or 2 other things, because from our observations, it seems like people are just guessing answers, and if they get lucky, boom, they're getting through very, very quickly. And that's not what we're about. We're about people using their skill to win the games. And, you know, if you've got a question that comes up, it takes so long to read that question. And if somebody is just going click on one of the answers and then click next, and they clicked the right one, they were lucky. They can do that before you've even read the question. So one of the things that we are also doing there is we are allowing people 5 seconds to read the question before the answers start coming up. And then the answers will come up one at a time. So if the question is, for example, something like, what's the capital of France? And you'll have 5 seconds to read that and have a think about it. And then if we get the first answer pops up, it'll be Canberra, perhaps. And if you think that's right, boom, you click it. And then the next answer that comes up could be Stockholm. And if you think that's right, then you click it. And the next answer that comes up could be Paris. And if you think that's right, then you click it. And then lastly, we'll get another answer coming up, which could be Ostend. And if you think that's right, you click it. So it'll take a lot of the guesswork out of things. I mean, the people will still be able to guess, but they won't be able to guess faster than somebody that knows the answer. And so that is something that we've been writing the script for while we're waiting for the those leaderboards to be corrected. So when it comes back, that will be something that'll be there and available. We're also writing the script for allocating the funds from the paid games to the shareholders of Fun Miracles. So that should also be there when we come back up live. And if not, it'll be there very soon afterwards. You're not going to lose much in the meantime because we've had hardly any games played, but we've had a few. Okay, so that's where we are with Fun Miracles, and hopefully we'll be able to get that up and running, and then we'll be able to do some serious promotion for it, get people in playing, whether it's free, whether it's paid, build up our database in there, and hopefully we'll get a lot of people playing the paid games. They're only $2 and you can win over 50. I think it's over $55,000 from memory, somewhere around about there. So it's a good little flutter. And if you're knowledgeable and you're pretty good, you stand a good chance of putting a lot of money in your pocket. So that is where we are with that. Now, on TIR, Vishal, I took him off TIR for a moment because there is a little bug on, it doesn't really affect anything too much, but it's something that we needed to fix in the ShareHope Powerline plan. And he's been working on that, and he's got that done, but he's got to test it on his local first, and then he'll be uploading it tomorrow, and that will be sorted out. We'll get him back onto TIR. In the meantime, I will be testing the rotation script for the co-op, and we'll be putting people through the co-op funnel, and we'll be seeing what we get from it. Because ideally, I would like you to get enough people signing up to cover the cost of your co-op. In fact, one person signing up as a paid member covers the cost of your co-op, but not immediately. It would take you, if they just sign up as a bronze member, it would take you 5, the original, and then 4 renewals, 5 payments to get your money back from the referral commission. You'd be getting a little bit extra as well from the profit shares and things, but I would like us to get a bit more for you than that. I would like ideally for us to be targeting maybe 5 paid members from a co-op share. Now that would be really excellent returns, and whether we can achieve that or not is debatable, but it is something that we will be striving for. But as long as we can get you 1 or 2 people, you're going to be on a profit and making a lot of money from it. It would be great if we could get everybody a minimum of 3, because then if you ran a co-op just one time, you would qualify for life for the qualification. I don't know what else you call it. Qualify for withdrawals and things like that. Because we're going to amend that slightly to make it easier for people to qualify, and then we're going to also qualify the people that have already got 3 people. So that we'll be back on that with Vishal tomorrow, but it'll take a few days to get it all sorted out and done and dusted, and we will be also making it more beneficial for you to refer people in building your own network. So these are all changes, but I'm really, really hopeful that we can get them all done between now and the new year and launch 1st of January and go boom, okay, we are fully operational, it's all there, and it's all wonderful and ready to go. So that is where we are on those things. On the banking system, I've got somebody I need to talk to, and we've not actually got an appointment verified yet, but I'm hoping we can do it tomorrow with this guy. He's very good, very knowledgeable, and hopefully it'll answer a lot of questions we have. There are an awful lot of new payment systems and banking systems that are coming out, and of course we've got to look at all those, because if something comes up that we can just use, then it would save us a lot of time and money. It wouldn't have the same advantage that we could perhaps generate additional income through that, but that isn't my prime objective for getting our own system. Our own system, the prime objective I have is to make sure that we have the best possible way to pay our members, so that they can be paid in dollars, and they can convert it into crypto, or and then put it onto a card and go to the ATM machine, or all these things, just to make life easier for our members. And that is the objective of the thing, and for it to be available globally, so that we're not saying, oh well, it's great, you've earned a lot of money, but we can't pay you because you're in a restricted country. Um, so, as I say, I'm hoping that maybe tomorrow, I have suggested we meet tomorrow morning with this gentleman, but I've not got a reply back from him yet. So we'll, excuse me, we'll have to wait and see. But hopefully we'll get something sorted out there. Training for TIR, I've been working on. You may have noticed that there are 2 trainings up for silver. I've not gotten to the gold. Well, I've been working on the gold, but it's not available at all yet. But the silver second training, I wanted to get a video in that was using affirmation that I use on a daily basis for health. And I know they work because I'm not a physicist and I've not studied all the books. And okay, I've been through quite a number of courses and I've read a lot of books and things, but what I'm teaching in Thinking into Reality is what I practice. Now, there will be additions to what I practice, but the main core of Thinking into Reality trainings are what I know works for me and how I use them and how I can then relate that to you and your situations. As I say, I will be adding bits and pieces in outside of my personal experience, if you like, for lots of reasons, but but the core of everything is what I personally use. And so there's in the second silver training, for example, I put up a very generic health video, and it's good, and a lot of people will like it, and some people won't. But whatever. If you watch it, whether you like it or not, it will benefit you. But I wanted to get a video done with some of the things that I say to myself throughout the day, every day. You know, whenever anything happens, you know. Health is largely a mental thing. I know you think it's physical and the doctors cure you. The doctors don't cure you. The drugs don't cure you. Any cure you have comes from within, from your immune system, the way you've been evolving your body. The human body has been evolving for millions of years to be healthy and strong. But we allow things to affect that health. And stress is one of the big things. You know, stress shuts down your immune system. So if you're stressing out over things, you're going to get ill. If you think you're going to get ill, you're going to get ill. You know that you know probably the term hypochondriac, which is somebody that they only have to think they're ill and they are, and they do become physically ill because that's the power of the mind. Well, you can use it the other way and think that you're healthy, and you will be, because that's the power of the mind as well. Now, do bugs exist? Yeah. But what most people do is they start sniffling and they go, oh, I've got a cold. I'm ill. I need some medication. I need to go to bed. Make sure, you know, I really get really badly affected by cold. And if that's the way you treat it, that's what will happen. You're empowering your invaders. if, on the other hand, you go, got some bugs coming in, they are foolish to try and attack me because I'm going to wipe them out so quickly. My immune system is so efficient. They don't stand a cat in hell's chance. And that will solve your health issues. You may have heard that people have done this sort of thing. In fact, I've done it with my pals when I was a lot younger and we were at parties and something. We'd pick on somebody and we'd arrange to tell them that they, didn't look so well or something. We'd get people going up to them and going, I thought, oh, are you okay? Yeah, sure, I'm okay. What do you mean? Oh, I just thought maybe you looked a bit funny, Okay, well, never mind. Enjoy yourself. And you disappear, and a bit later on, you get one of your other group of cohorts, and they go up and go, oh, my word. Are you okay? Do you want to sit down? No, what's wrong with me? What's the matter with all you people? And after a few people have been up, 4 or 5 people have been up, starts going, oh, well, yeah, I was okay, but I'm not feeling so good now. And this actually happens, and it's all here. It's not bugs. The bugs are around you all the time. Viruses, germs, whatever they are, they're ever present. Many of them are in your body now, but they're not affecting you because your immune system is wiping them out or counteracting them or whatever it may be that the medical term for is. But once you start accepting the fact that you are ill, then you become ill. When you just say that, oh, I'm not ill, I'm just under attack and I'm going to win, then you're not ill and you don't become ill. And I am living proof of it. I am never ill. Yeah, I get a runny nose now and again, or sneezes, or whatever, but I'm never ill. I tested this over 50 years ago. Had a friend that was in hospital. We weren't supposed to visit because had, I think it was hepatitis, and I think there's different ones. There's hepatitis B and C. I'm not an expert on illnesses because they don't affect me, but I knew that this was very contagious and we weren't supposed to go, but I went anyway, and I got in and I spent time there, and I knew that I wasn't going to be affected because I wouldn't allow it, because my body wasn't going to allow it. And that was proof to me, because I wasn't affected. It didn't happen, and I didn't need any masks, and I didn't have to protect myself, and I didn't have to not touch or anything, So another thing, you get some injuries that you're going to get, I've had, when I was a kid, I dislocated my elbow and I broke my arm and various other things. And playing rugby, I finished the game, but I was in great pain in my arm. I thought I'd broken my arm. And after a couple of days, I thought, I can't do with this. It was really painful, even though I do ameliorate pain mentally. But I thought, I've got to get it sorted out. So I went to the hospital and told him my arm was wrong, and he said, stand up straight. I said, I'm stood up straight. He said, no, I think not your arm, I think it's your neck. And anyway, they took x-rays and everything. They said, yeah, it's your neck. You've broken a vertebrae in your neck, and how did you do it? I said, well, I played rugby. But he said, playing rugby, okay. He said, well, you won't be playing rugby ever again. He said, and you'll be in a collar for a couple of years to get that sorted out. And they gave me these leather collar things, which I put on. I thought, I'm not going to be 2 years wearing this damn thing. So I did a lot of meditation and things, and that. This was long before I got involved in knowing what meditation was, really. But and I had the collar off in 2 weeks, and I went for my checkup, and they took the x-rays, and the doctor couldn't believe it, because this broken vertebrae was back together, and they could only just see a faint hairline crack of where it was. And he said, I don't know what's happened here. He said, I don't understand it. I've never seen it before. Mental, okay? Fixing things mentally. And I was training for rugby again, and played, actually, until I was 54, played first-class rugby. So I don't know really if that's of any interest to you guys, but your mind is very powerful. So be careful how you use it, because if you don't use it the right way, you're going to get the wrong results. And that is why this course is so important for you. And it's all very well saying I want to manifest money, and I want to manifest a car and homes and travel. If you haven't got health and peace of mind, you haven't got anything. Okay, if you've got health and peace of mind, you're wealthy. The rest of it are just trimmings. Okay, so that is a very important section in the silver training, that second training. And that video that I uploaded hasn't got any music with it, because I forgot to add it. So I am in the process of adding music, and I will change it. But at the moment it's there, and there's no sound or anything on it. Okay. So that's a little bit of an update on TIR as well. We do need to get more people in, but I'm confident that when we get the co-op going and we get this new funnel going, we will start seeing more and more people coming in. And my personal goal is to have 1,000 personal referrals, paid referrals. Why 1,000? Well, it's a nice number for one thing, but no, I worked out that if I've got 1,000 personal referrals, once we really get going and everything is swimmingly moving along and everybody is moving through the systems, that will generate $1 million a day. And I've never been one to be worried about money, and I'm still not really. I don't care about money. I'm not bothered by money, okay? I've never wanted to have a lot of money, as long as I've got enough to do whatever I want to do. And I never really wanted to do very much that needs money, so never needed a lot of money. But I can do an awful lot of good in the world with $1 million a day. And this came up to me because I was on a course with one of my mentors, and he was talking about one of his mentors, and he said this mentor of his never earned less than $1 million a day. And so I thought, oh, that's interesting. $1 million a day. If he can do it, why can't I? I mean, my mentor hasn't earned that much, this other guy, but he had a mentor that did. I thought, well, I can do it. Why can't I do it? How do I do it? That's all. I've got to find out how. I'll just decide to do it. And I looked at Thinking into Reality, and I looked at the pay plan, and I said, well, if I've got 1,000 personal referrals, that's $1 million a day. It's easy. At the moment, I'm just a tad short of 400. So I'm well on the way there, okay? And that is without people that I've put in from the PIF pool, which would help along the way as well, you know. So there you go. How much do you want? Maybe 1,000 a week is enough for you, you know, that's all you want. And that's fine. Enough is enough. And I don't want $1 million a day for me, because I haven't got any great desires to have anything that I would need to spend $1 million a day on, other than one of the things that I would really love to do, and this would give me an amazing ability to do this, is to found schools throughout the world that taught more than the rubbish that they teach now. No, that taught a lot of the things that they do teach now, you know, basics, arithmetic and reading and writing, that sort of thing, and general sciences and things, and physical education. But they lack any spiritual training in these. Some of the schools are run by certain religions and they have prayers and things, but they don't really teach the power of the mind and that sort of thing. And there are very few schools that do. And I think it would be lovely to be able to set these up and fund them and all over the world, helping the world become a better place, because we would have kids growing up into adults that had the experience of mind power and the knowledge about it to not only be healthy themselves, but to help create a better world all around. So that is my goal for TIR personally, is to get those 1,000 people in, and then to make sure we are building for everybody, and making the whole thing work and run smoothly. Okay, and that's it for today, folks. I don't have anything else for you, and I can't see any questions. And oh, just a minute, there might be some here because I've not scrolled down. We've got Eric says, how many people in the silver plan of TIR? I don't know, but I can look. It doesn't really matter, in all honesty. Silver 135, and the bronze drives everything. If we keep getting people in the bronze, it pushes people through into the silver. And if we keep getting people pushed into the silver, it pushes them into the gold. We've got 34 in gold, but we need those volumes coming through in bronze, and that is what is important. And we got Caroline in from Texas in the USA, and we've got Queen in from Nigeria, and Maureen in from London. All these people have come in while I've been rambling on. Do apologise. We've got Jazz in. So please help me for my wife. Any amount for my wife's surgery bills is a big help for me. I don't have money, unfortunately. I've never coveted money. I don't have savings. I don't have anything. Everything that I earn, I plough back into We Share Abundance. But you can make as much as you want in We Share Abundance by getting out there and promoting your affiliate link. I will pray for your wife, as I pray for all our members, and I pray for the world in general. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not in a position to help. I don't have any money. I know people won't believe that, but it's the truth. Okay, so I will include you in my prayers, but get out there and promote your affiliate link. I don't know how much you need, but you can make it. You can't make money very quickly unless you're used to making money. But even there's a program now where you get $25 for a $28 sale. I don't know, if you need a couple of $100, go out and make 8 sales with that program. The link is in your multiple income streams. So that's all you need to do, just sell that to 8 people for a couple of $100. Okay. I know it sounds flippant and it sounds, oh, well, it's easy. Anything is easy if you think it is. Once again, power of the mind. If you think it's hard, it is hard. If you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right, according to Henry Ford, and Henry Ford is right. Okay, so that's all I can offer you, Jasbo. I don't see any other questions, and that's it really. You've got the updates. I will be here, of course, on Saturday, and we'll have the charity raffle and also the random allocation of cash for the Active Elite members. Until then, God bless you all, and prayers for Jasbo and his wife and family, and for everybody else in need. God bless.